The Mongolian steppe, vast, open, and wildly beautiful. But environmental degradation means that these days it can viably support only half of its 60 million animals. Change is coming to the traditional way of life of Mongolia's livestock herders, and with it comes additional risks to their economic and food security. Herders like Daiva may have a motorbike to help cover the terrain, but with only a limited number of animals, his livelihood and food security are precarious. The problem is what's known as a zood, a summer of very high temperatures and little rainfall, followed by the harshest of winters. The heat degrades the pasture and limits fodder growth. Then the snow and frozen ground stop livestock from reaching even the scant remaining grazing. By then, they are already weak, thin, and ill. Daiva is especially vulnerable, as he has fewer livestock to take to market, especially when prices tumble, as everyone else is desperate to sell. He was chosen for FAO support when warning signs pointed to a severe zood in 2018. The FAO intervention targeted the poorest and most vulnerable herders. They have borne the cumulative brunt of zoods, which are more frequent due to the changing climate. Herders are among the 22% of Mongolians who live below the poverty line, with over 1/3 of the population relying solely on livestock for their income. It's a tough existence, but one that can be successfully supported with well-targeted help.
Тэжээл хэвэг нөгөө нэг сард одоо хэвэг тэжээлээ бараг одоо дуусаад яана гэж итэл нөгөө нэгдсэн үндэсний байгууллагаас ингээд тусламжаар ингээд хэвэг тэжээл өгөр нөгөөдгийнхөө буйнаар одоо ингээд энэ хэдийгээ ондонд оруулаад голчиж одоо энд нэг 2-3 үнэ тэжээлэгжсэн энийг босгож авсан нэг үнэ маань одоо тийм тугалчаад байж байна.
FAO's early warning, early action system had started to pick up warning signs in the autumn of 2017. Working with partners and Mongolian institutes, FAO observed that forage was scarce after a hot, dry summer. Extreme temperatures were forecasted for 2018. FAO acted quickly and by December was already intervening in 5 high-risk locations. The program supplied animal feed and nutrients at the key moment, just when core breeding stock were close to birthing and most at risk. For Daiva and his family, it was highly successful.
Төсөл хамрагцсаар ерөнхийдөө их хэрэг болсон шүү. Одоо яг манайх намар бэлдсэн тэжээл юугаа бэлдсэн юм аа яг дуусгаж төгсөжсэн. Тэгээд энэ төсөл хамрагдаад төслийг өгсөн малын тэжээл мэлийг аваад их бараг нэг бэлдэж санаас илүү чадaltaй л байна.
At the same time, a program of controlled destocking reduced the size of herds, enabling the most productive animals to survive. Meat from this was distributed to vulnerable households living on the edge of Ulaanbaatar. Some were former herders who had lost their livestock as a result of previous zoods and were forced into the city in search of an income. Challenges still threatened the livelihoods of traditional herding families. But with thanks to timely and cost-effective interventions, FAO helped them keep going. For every US dollar spent, households had a return of over $7 in avoid losses and added benefits. Less animals died, fewer became thin and sick. Cashmere was sold at the right time, and the milk that sustains many families kept flowing. Thanks to these gains, herder families were better equipped to repay their loans.
Хэдэн малаа ондруулахын тулд одоо зээл авч одоо өвс тэжээл авна. Энэ төсөлд хамрагдсанаар би одоо манайх одоо энэ жил ерөөсөн банкнаас зээл авалгүй хэдэн малаа онд минь орууллаа.
Acting early, before a disaster strikes, is not only possible, it is a responsibility. We must give the opportunity to people to protect themselves and their livelihoods ahead of shocks, so they can be more resilient to future ones. Now is the time to change the way we manage disasters.